Hey everyone, it's Sangod, aka Zero here. Welcome back to Dream Daddy. The last episode we actually did all the dates for Hugo. So Hugo has officially been marked off of our list of dads we're going to be going after. Since no one actually voted on the next one, so I'm actually going to be going after Damien. And there's actually really no reason. I just decided Damien was the one I was going to go for. So I'm just gonna try to figure out like how I'm gonna do this because I've never done any of the Damien dates, so he's gonna be an interesting fella. And I hit the wrong button. Okay. Okay. Damien seems really interesting, a little odd, but interesting. I think I should hang out with him to get to know him a little better. I'm gonna have to get to Damien's stat page and type out a message. Hey dude, you seem cool. We should hang out sometime. I sat there for a minute waiting for a minute before I see that Damien's typing. But then he keeps going. And typing. Man, this guy's writing a novel? I leave the computer to make some coffee. And he's still typing. I sip my coffee and the computer finally dings. Zero, I must confess... Oh wow, there's more. Zero, I must confess my excitement to be receiving your kind letter, for as you see, I do find myself available to enjoy your company. I must ask for your forgiveness, however, as I believe our first meeting did not paint me in as a gentlemanly manner as I would have liked. I would be highly flattered to enjoy your companionship at my residence for an afternoon tea and a stroll around the garden. Should it please you, till then, adieu. Yours humbly, D. Bloodmarch. Okay, that was a long one. I threw at the screen and reread the letter several more times. Hey, Amanda? Huh. Amanda pops her head out. Her eyes are a little, but almost as if she's been crying. Hey, are you alright? Oh,
Fine.
Yeah, totally. I'm cool. I just found out that the skull that I've been watering and singing to for the last 3 months was actually made out of plastic. Even the dirt was fake. Oh, honey.
Oh.
If there's, anything going on, I just want to know that I'm here for you, and I'll always be here for you. Whether you need a shoulder to cry on or a strong dad to go kick someone's butt, I'm only a phone call away. Thanks, Dad. I appreciate that, but I'm fine, really. I'm unconvinced, but I'll stop badgering her about it. I'm sure she'll tell me when she's ready. Can you leave with something?
Aww.
Dad, for the last time, I'm not popping your back pimples. No. Can you interpret this for me?
Eh?
I turned the computer to Amanda and she squints at Damien's message. I just don't understand net speak. Like, this is how you kids communicate with each other now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is the hot new thing. See, Dad, kids got over saying lol and LMAO or whatever. We decided that what they needed to do was bring it back to the 1900s. So what do I do?
Hmm?
Where's your pen and quill? What?
Yeah.
Did you forget to unpack the pen and quill? Dad, how will you address the nobleman in regards to your up-becoming debutante ball? Okay, now I know you're messing with me. Father, without a proper chaperone, you'll never end up with a suitor worthy of our land. Or our dowry. Or... So, you read Pride and Prejudice for school one time and now you're reciting things you know about it back of me, aren't you? Like the first 5 pages, then I read a review of the movie. Still gotta be, though. Great, so what do I say to Damien? I got this. Amanda reaches over me and types on the keyboard. Sure thing, dude. Regards, Zero. Amanda hits a send and smiles at me. Well, I suppose that's it. I make the short walk to Damien's house. Well, I guess you can't really call it a house. It's more of a manor estate. The Gothic architecture looms up above the other houses in the cul-de-sac. I'll pass a couple of gargoyles in the front yard, or in the front, guarding the front door, and look around for a doorbell. There doesn't seem to be one. I pull the large ornament carved bat head door knocker back, and hollow sound echoes throughout the house as I strike it against the door. I wait several moments before the door slowly creaks open. It's a little creepy, but I enter the house and take a few steps into the foyer, noting the oil portraits of who I am sure are dead relatives hanging on the wall. As I admire them, the front door slams shut behind me. Hello? Silence. An oil lamp in the corner flickers dimly, casting ominous shadows against the wall. Why do I feel like all the people in these paintings are staring straight at me? Why is it so cold in here? Where's Damien? Zero, pleasure to have you in my home. I look up and see Damien standing at the top of a majestic staircase with a walking candle holder. What's with the door slamming shut? Oh, sorry, there was a draft. And the door creaking open when I knocked? I accidentally left the door unlocked. And the creepy oil paintings? I like oil paintings. Right. Right. Please, let me show you around. Okay. Damien leads me around his house, showcasing his parlor, sitting room, auxiliary sitting room, and the parlor again for some reason.
How delightful!
This is one of the older homes on the block. Yes, but nowhere near as old as the architecture might suggest. Through extensive renovations, I have been able to craft a residence that is both historically accurate to the Victorian period and equipped with the amenities of any modern dwelling. We walk past the door covered in bumper stickers, caution tape, and a black parade poster. Do they listen to My Chemical Romance in the Victorian era? That's my son's room. You know how the rebellious teenage years are. Onward, there's more to see. We reach the door at the end of the hall that Damien opens with a flourish. And this is the library. Sunlight steams in from floor to ceiling, arched windows. The walls are lined with packed bookshelves and even more books and scattered over the period appropriate furniture. Damien is clearly really proud of this room. Look out the window, look at the butterflies, pick up a book. It's enough for before. I walk to the window and I'm greeted by a beautiful view of Damien's backyard. It showcases a beautiful view of the rest of the cul-de-sac. Hey, I can see Craig on his lawn. He's doing push-ups with his daughters on his back. Damn. He sees me and waves happily, doing push-ups with one hand now. Damn. Did you know that the Victorians spent at least 20 hours a week gazing longingly out of full-length windows? Cannot speak. Wait, really? No, but Victorians did appreciate telling a good joke. Let's look at the butterflies. I walk up to the glass display of pen bugs on the wall. It's pretty impressive. Nice bugs. I put them myself, but I could show you how. But maybe I could show you how sometimes. I'm concerned I would stick the pen through my finger. The Penner's Gambit. Is that a thing? No. You know, Zero, in the Victorian era, there was some controversy surrounding reading. Many people thought the more novels would encourage use into a life of crime and would cause too much of a distraction from work and school. I pull out a book and randomly examine the worn cover. Opening, I turn to a random page and read aloud. I think I just found a yaoi instead. Naruto struggled against the chains that Sasuke had bound him. With shirtless and out of breath, he looked up at Sasuke. Sasuke smirked, unbuttoning his ninja pants.
What?
Okay, I think it's enough. Damien snaps the books and shuts it, and book shut and puts it back on the shelf. That's a rare but for my private collection. Please, will you join me for tea? So he just happened to have a yaoi novel. I follow Damien to his sitting room where finger foods have already been set upon a beautiful tiered serving tray. I take a seat on one of the high backed chairs as Damien pours and serves me some tea. Cannot speak today. Why is it when I play this game I can't seem to speak correctly? I can't believe we're having high tea. I never thought I'd get to do this. Damien smiles to himself. What?
Oh.
It's a common misconception that high tea refers to the wealth or class of the people enjoying it, when in fact high refers to both the later term of the day that the working class had to enjoy tea, and the high the tables on which they were served. Oh, my dear friend, we're currently enjoying afternoon tea. That's informative. Damien takes a seat next to me and serves me a tiny sandwich. I actually kind of like... I really do like this home. It's actually really cool. It seems like you really put a lot of work into this place. But, thank you.
Huh.
No one has ever complimented my home before. Hell, I can barely get matching salt and pepper shakers in my place, and look at what you've done. I'm kind of jealous. That's very generous of you to say. What got you so interested in goth lifestyle? Well, when I was a young boy, my father... Did he take you into the city?
Huh.
Sorry. Did you guys see a marching band? I'm afraid I don't understand. You're serious? Of course. But it's... You know, the song... Amanda made me listen to it. Seriously? I'd love to see a marching band. Nevertheless, I've always had a love for art, history, and fashion. What stands off as a great small hobby of collecting taxidermied animals grew into a sort of obsession. It's a privilege to be able to appreciate the lives of culture of those who came before us, I think. Why not go all the way? I like not dying when I catch a cold. He takes a sip of tea. I can acknowledge that there were many very terrible things about the Victorian era, and try to live a life that strictly aligns with those ideals would be admittedly horrid. But I think it takes a critical mind to really appreciate something to the fullest, to be cognitive of its flaws and love it all the same. Tell me, Zero, do you have any hobbies? Oh man, I do, but I don't know if I care about anything the way you care about your stuff. I'd love to hear about your interests. Hearing someone talk about things they're passionate about is intriguing, and quite honestly, rather attractive. Please do tell me about your hobbies. Good, sounds sophisticated. I like watching soap opera movies on the internet. Leave me some word jumbles. I learned how to juggle once. I guess it's probably like the word jumbles. The written word fascinates me. We spend so much time using words you know. And I think people would appreciate them more if they had to unjumble them. It's poetic, really. Oh, so you're a writer. In a sense. We finished our tea and finger sandwiches. Come, I have one more thing to show you. Damien takes me around the back of his home, where a variety of flowers flourish in beauty and landscape grows. A small stone path weaves through it, and butterflies flit lazily through the air. My garden. It's beautiful.
Hmm.
Thank you. Victorians took flowers and floral arrangements and very seriously.
Oh.
You see, it was considered uncouth to discuss personal and romantic relationships in public. So lovers and friends alike would use bouquets to send secret messages to each other. Each flower and plant is symbolic of different feelings. Even more interesting is that one flower could mean different things depending on the other plants it was paired with. One had to be extremely careful, as even the style in which the ribbon was tied around the bouquet affected the message. Damien leans down and plucks a gorgeous bright orange flower off of a vine.
Oh.
Lilium. Okay, I don't. Bulbiferum, I guess. The orange lily. What do you think it means? My loins are ablaze. Thou art tight. 3 cheers for the sweet. I'm guessing it's. I actually have no idea. It's probably not that one. I don't. It's gonna be like these two. That or I guess. The orange lily is actually a symbolic of pure hatred. Well, that's precisely why floral arrangements is so challenging. What's your favorite type of flower? I actually really do like snapdragons. They're actually really cool. Because they're cute, and you can do that thing where you squeeze one of them, and so it looks like it's talking. What a lovely choice. I had to remember that when I put together a bouquet for you. You put together a bouquet for me. Nobody's ever given me a bouquet before. I followed Damien down the footpath and admired more of his beautiful flowers. Suddenly a phone rings. Oh, Zero, will you excuse me? I must take this. He pulls his cell phone out of his pocket. I'm a little surprised it's not a rotary phone. Go for it. Damien smiles and he walks back to the house. I take a deep breath and enjoy the heavily perfumed air. What a lovely yard. Since I wish I had put a little more effort into the garden Amanda and I tried to start one time. Our watermelons grew into the size of cherry tomatoes, and then immediately died. Oh hey, a gargoyle. Oh no, I knocked over the gargoyle.
Fix that guard.
Oh.
Goal!
I did not know I could actually flip them around like that. Ew, that was a close one. Uh-oh, here comes Damien. Looks upset. Zero, my sincerest apologies to have kept you waiting. There's an urgent matter that I must attend to, so I'm afraid I must take my leave. No problem, dude. Everything alright? Damien worries the hem of his coat with his finger and looks away. Everything's perfectly fine, but it's Lucian. What's wrong? He appears to have, well, his teachers need me to come to the school, post haste. Do you need help? Oh no, you don't have to. Let me come with you. Us dads gotta stick together. You're right. This is one of Lucian's more elaborate stunts. I would greatly treasure having another parent by my side. Let's go.
Oh.
Damien and I walk into the school and are immediately greeted by an anxious-looking Hugo. Hey, Damien. You're here in record time. I wouldn't miss it if for the world, dear friend. Wow, whatever it is, doesn't seem like Hugo and Damien's first time to the my kids are in trouble rodeo.
Huh.
Was it this time?
Oh.
This Damien you have to see to believe. Damien and I fall into step behind Hugo, who leads us through the busy corridors of the school. We pass by several classes in session, and I vaguely wonder if Amanda's around. Hugo eventually ushers us into a small boiler room with a flight of rickety stairs leading down to darkness. Watch your step. I hear I hear faint voices drifting up from the basement, and they don't sound happy. As I'm led into the depths of the school, I recall the antics I got into as an angster, as an Angus middle schooler. At least I had enough sense to stay out of the creepy basement. We find another teacher in a boiler room, tucked away in the back of the basement. With him are Lucian and Ernest, Hugo's son. Lucian has a bloody nose. Thanks for coming. I can't make heads or tails of this. I look around the scene of the crime and see a bunch of bricks and some monastery tools scattered around. What happened here? Ernest punched me. Lucian tried to kill me.
Ha!
The room falls silent. I was not trying to kill you, dumbass. I was just trying to build a brick wall around you and see what would happen. You promised me there was a wine down here. You tricked me.
Huh.
Whoa. Wait a second, Lucian. Did you try to... Cask of... I know this one, I just can't say it. Amontillado? I used to be able to say it really well, but I can't remember. Ernest, I'm neither confirming nor denying that. I turn to Damien and whisper to him, What's Cast of Amontillado?
Huh.
It's a classic Edgar Allan Poe story where a man gets his enemies drunk, lures him into the cellar with the promises of wine of a fine vintage, then buries him alive behind a brick wall.
Oh.
It's a lovely story. It actually is a really good story. If you've never read any of Edgar Allan Poe's stuff, I recommend it. It is amazing artwork to just, actually read through. So wait, Lucian, you tried to do that to him? I was curious to see how it would turn out. I wasn't actually gonna leave him here. What was the thought process here? That Ernest was just gonna sit still while you slowly built a tomb around him? Well, it worked for 20 minutes because he's an idiot, but then you realized that I had lied about the wine. And you were cackling maniacally. That sort of tipped me off. Ernest, 20 minutes? Dad.
Huh?
It took you 20 minutes. Son, we just did an entire 2-week unit on the cask of Amontillado, and it took you 20 minutes to realize Lucian was leading you into an elaborate ruse. Did you even read the story? I read the first 5 pages and then read a review of the movie.
Whoa!
It's only 5 pages long and there is no movie. Yeah, you're right. I paid Lucian to read it for me. Actually, he didn't even pay me. So when you think about it, this was me teaching him a lesson. Damien and Hugo both have their hands in their heads. You guys are telling me to engage in the literature, and I did. I don't see a problem. Alright, I find this under what the hell, don't do whatever that was again. You two are both suspended for a week. Ernest and Lucian high five. The teacher starts to stomp up the stairs. Hugo, I'll cover your class. Take your son home, Mr. Bloodmarch, you too. Thank you for your mediation. We all head up the stairs and out of the school in tense silence. You have to give him credit that it took him 20 minutes to realize that he was being literally put into a tomb. Lucian and Damien and I pile into the car and begin to drive home. Lucian immediately puts his hood up and stares out the window angrily. I'm not going to therapy again. I know, son. It's entirely up to you whether or not you want to go. But I care about you, and I can see that you're struggling. So if you do decide that you would like to speak to a professional about your feelings, we can do that too. Maybe you can spend this next week looking for a summer job. I know how much you want your own car. I can't believe Damien's keeping his cool. I'm impressed. Fine. Thanks for not freaking out too hard. I love you, son. Lucian continues to stare out the window. Love you too. We spend the rest of the drive in relative silence. The moment we pull into the driveway, Lucian hops out of the car, slams the door, and runs inside.
Oh.
I didn't expect to have that that conversation in front of you. He and I have a lot we need to work out. It's alright. And all things considered, Lucian's bricklaying was pretty good, so there's a silver lining. There's that, yes. I actually really admire the way he did that. You were a lot more diplomatic with him than I would have been. I just want what's best for him, and I don't think yelling at him would do either of us any favors. It really does. You're a good dad. So, see you around, soon. It will be my honor and my pleasure. Damien bows with a flourish. Classy. I come home to find Amanda curled up on the couch with a blanket watching TV. I pop down next to her. Yo. What you watching? Tiny House Hunting Brothers, Extreme Edition. I hate this show. The couple on screen bicker back and forth while staying in an extremely small house made of recycled bottles. The Tiny House Hunting Brothers watch them with a bemused expression, both of their hands touching the low ceiling. I told you I wanted a two-bedroom, two-bath, shabby chic cottage. This house doesn't even have a bathroom. But honey, the outside is only 20 yards away. It's not that bad. I am not pooping outside, Greg. Why don't they just use a regular size house? I don't know. How'd your afternoon tea go? It got strange. We had to go to school, pick up Lucien, since he tried to... He lured Ernest down to the cellar with a promise of fine vintage, and then tried to brick him into the wall, right? How'd you know that? Has everyone read the story except for me? Lucien livestreamed the entire thing. The entire day is beyond me. But otherwise it was a huge fun. It was fun day. That Damien guy's character, but he's really good company and surprisingly diplomatic guy. I dig his style. You know what? Me too.
Are you familiar with the works of Corey Feldman? He simply slayed in The Lost Boys.
While I'm doing my afternoon word jumble, I hear the mail truck pull up through the cul-de-sac. I wonder if I got any coupons today. The nice mail person slides a couple of letters in a large yellow envelope through the slot. It takes a couple of tries before they get it in. Hey, my coupons. I'll take a closer look at the large yellow envelope. I lightly knock on Amanda's door. She probably has headphones on. Amanda, she yells through the door. What? I have something for you. I'm kind of busy right now. Can you come back later? Okay, just thought you want this big old envelope we got from HIA.
Hey!
Immediately, Amanda pushes her door open. Hooray, Institute for the Arts. I mean, if you're busy, I can come back. Father, please. I hand her the envelope, which she tears open with her teeth. That's probably bad for your teeth. She doesn't seem to hear me and spits out a piece of envelope. She pulls out a letter and folds it. And this is killing me. This is her dream school. I can't believe this. Oh, honey, it's okay if you didn't. I got in. Oh, I got in. And I toss the letter aside and gives me a big hug. Congrats, sweetie. That's amazing. I'm so proud of you. She pulls away and looks at the letter again. Oh my god, I really can't believe I got in. Okay, I'm actually going to skip this because this is technically what we did in the first one, so I'm going to do some skipping. Which is kind of just, if you know, it's just kind of them, you know, talking about her getting ready to leave for college.
Welcome.
Talking about, you know,
You've got dads.
for her coming back every now and then for the holidays. And just like a little bit of the backstory. If you don't know what it is, I'll do it like in another video as well. I'll do it like every other video. Hello, Amanda's dad. It's me, your favorite Craig, who loves sports. I have nice and smart children who are good at computers. Great. Oh man, great to hear from you, buddy. What's up? I'm so strong. Strong? I am strong. Ha. Don't know it. Sadly, I've been reading up about your whey protein. You use that all the time. I figured it'd help me develop a bit more muscle. Yes, I know what that means. My children have a tea party and they wanted to invite Amanda, but we can't find her on here. You're also invited. Physical invitation is followed. Cool. I'd love to come. I'll just let Amanda know. Thank you, Amanda's dad. Yeah, so the kids were using his account to invite Amanda to a tea party. Coffee time. You know what? You know dads love coffee. Gonna brew myself something black as midnight on the moonless night. I put on a fresh pot and work on a few word jumbles while I wait for it to brew. Hey, this one spells sorrow. Dad, ready for today? I'm ready for every day, sweetie. Gonna tackle it head on. No, are you ready for the thing we're doing today? The thing that promised you to? Honey, I already told you that I'm not gonna throw away my Tom Clancy novels. They're just stacked in the living room. I keep bumping into them and knocking them over, and you don't even read them. Wait, no, that's not what I'm here about. The tea party, Dad? Nope, I don't remember that. Craig's kids, that hand-drawn invitation.
Dad.
Amanda walks over to the refrigerator, comes back with a hand-drawn invitation on a sheet of computer paper inviting Amanda and Amanda's dad to a tea party. They spelled cordially wrong. Just put on some good outside pants and let's get going. I can go outside in sweatpants. Nothing stopping me before. Dad, just... I'll see you in a minute. Hello, thanks for coming to our tea party. I do my best bow and present my daughter, who thanks them with curtsy. This way, please. Blair and Hazel lead us to a small table with tiny chairs. Some are occupied by stuffed animals, and Matt and his daughter, Kermit, are here too. Matt raises a comically small plastic teacup at me. Hey, dude. How's the tea? The imaginary tea is absolutely wonderful. I taste a hint of lemongrass. Hello, Carmenista. Hello, Mr. Amanda's dad. Please have a seat. I sit down between Amanda and Matt. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get out of this chair.
Hey, dude.
Hi, everyone. I turn to see Daisy and Brian enter into the backyard and take a seat next to us. So, sorry we're late. Daisy made me put on my good outside pants. Amanda gave me a knowing look and I returned an obbling wink. She rolls her eyes. Is that really something our daughters had to pressure us into, Brian? I give Amanda another, even more exaggerated wink. She rolls her eyes even harder. Thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedules for some high tea. Actually, it's a common misconception that high tea was appreciated by nobles. Dad, shut up. Now, if you all put on your designated tiaras, there's a little tiara sitting on everyone's plate. Well, except for Brian's. His is a softball helmet. Oh, we ran out of tiaras. I don't think this is gonna fit me, but I appreciate the thought. Dad, you're royalty. Please act like it.
Whoa!
Brian tries to balance the ill-fitting softball helmet on top of his head, but it immediately tumbles off and into the bushes.
Hey.
I'll get that later. Hey, everybody. Craig comes out with a teapot and a tray of sandwich cookies. Dad, is the tea ready? Yeah, it's been steeping for a while now. Awesome.
Oh.
Would you guys like to serve our guests tea? No, thank you. We'd much appreciate our servants' help. Craig leans over to me. That's me. Craig places a teacup in front of all of us and a single sandwich cookie onto each of our plates. He pours some tea into my cup. Awful fluorescent for tea. I click my teacup with Matt's and take a sip. Good lemonade. It's tea.
Oh.
Right, very good tea. I lean over to Amanda, who's happily enjoying her tea. So, what do we do at tea parties? We enjoy the splendors of upper class society, Father. She takes a dainty bite of her sandwich cookie. Marvelous. So, the meeting of princesses has been called to order. Here, but I'm a warrior princess. I'll hunt and stuff, and I'll have like a really cool sword.
Yeah.
Can I be a space princess? I'll allow it. I'm a rock star princess. I'm also a space princess. Can there be more than one? Space is pretty big, don't you think? I should remind. I want to be a space princess too. Dad, what are you? Do I get to be I get to be a princess? Duh. Well, I guess that makes me History Channel princess, Farky. We'll do the History Channel princess. I'm the rule of all I survey, and what I survey is 10 hours marathons of Cupcakes George Wars. I don't think I've seen that one. A squad of professional bakers bid on an empty storage unit, and then they have to bake 1,000 cupcakes using only the ingredients in the storage unit. That sounds terrible. Oh, it is. I think I'll be the landscaping art and general contractor princess.
Hey.
Barista princess reporting for duty.
Hey.
Hey everybody, CrossFit princess here. Not now, servant. If it weren't for the princess's uprising, it would be me serving you. You serving me. We sip tea for a little longer than the girls, and a little longer than the girls run off to fight dinosaurs as space rock star warrior princesses, I think. They grow up so fast. It's just like yesterday I was helping Amanda throw her own tea parties. Did she make you a servant too? You betcha. Carmista made me actually brew tea for hers. Pitfalls of owning a coffee shop.
Oh.
Pitfall. Your custom blends are amazing. That hibiscus one you gave me a while back was choice. Oh, thanks. It's really nice the girls are getting along. Yeah, I'm really glad we moved into this community. We are too. Amanda's been kind of a role model to them, you know? I hadn't realized, and I didn't even know if Amanda does either, but I guess they're right. All the girls in the neighborhood look up to her. She seemed to go out of her way to play with them. I'm so proud of her. You better not. Proud dad cry at this tea party zero. I brought extra word jumbles if anybody wants to kill some time while the girls play. The day rolls on and the girls all get tuckered out. Amanda spends the whole day playing with them and taking their pictures, promising that she'll send them the best ones later. We all clean up and head out, help put up the tea sets and tables, then head out as Daisy and Carmista fall asleep on their dad's shoulders.
Oh.
Take care, guys. Thanks for coming. Bye, History Channel princess.
Hmm.
You want dinner?
Huh.
Nah, I'm filled up on cookies. Me too. I'm tired. Dude, same. But with a bunch of little kids who all simultaneously want your attention and approval is surprisingly exhausting. But in a good way. But also in kind of a scary way.
Huh.
How so? I feel like I gotta be on my best behavior for them. I don't want to let them down. Is this because you still feel bad about dropping the F-bomb in front of your cousin that one time? I corrupted her dad. She secondhand smokes now. Well, those kids really look up to you. I'm glad they have you as a role model. Shucks, Pop. I ruffle Amanda's hair. Huh.
Welcome.
Tip
You've
is
got
pet
dads.
every single dog. Okay. So we've done the first one. Now we're going on to the second date with Damien. Well, if you hear me kind of like that weird sound, it's actually because I got a smoothie over here, and or not a smoothie, but a milkshake, and I've been trying to finish it. I had a lot of fun hanging out with Damien the other day. I wonder what he's up to. I open Dad book and start writing a message when Amanda walks in the door. Dad, you got a letter. Oh, is it from Grandma? No, it's from Damien. Whoa. Can I see it? Amanda hands me a piece of old parchment folded into an envelope and sealed with purple wax. Damn, that dude goes all out. I pry off the seal and unfold the letter, and the most beautiful calligraphy the letter reads. Dear Zero, I hope you'll find my continued correspondence endearing rather than trying. One can only hope that my use of the slower, more traditional form of communication will showcase my sincere and earnest sentiments that I gratefully enjoyed our time together. I wrote this hastily under the warm embrace of excitement, fearful that I may misstep and speak towards something unwelcome. For now, I hope that you might forever forgive my boldness. I will simply say that your company has greatly occupied my thoughts, while the afternoon may have been something by forces unforeseen. Your companionship helped a great deal, not only in the discipline of my child, but in the morale of my spirit, and for that I thank you. That said, Zero, if you will allow me, it would mean the world to me if I could enjoy more of your time. Perhaps a trip to the cinema followed by a moonlit stroll would be to your taste. I eagerly await your response. With great respect, D. Bloodmarch. Ben and I both look up from the letter. Wow. He's good. So, you gonna catch a movie with him? Yeah, I better message him on Dad Book and let him know. Amanda slaps my laptop shut. You have to write him back a real letter, but my handwriting looks like two toddlers fighting over a crown.
Yeah.
Dad, you have to. He wrote you a letter. That's so cool. Will you help me? I need to class this up. Father, I was made for this. Here's what you do. Find tickets to a show that you will like, then enclose them in the letter. Oh, that's classy. Amanda and I hop onto the laptop and pursue showtimes. He doesn't seem like a romantic comedy kind of guy. Oh, here's one. Vampire Crusade 2. Evil Never Dies. I don't know, that sounds kind of stupid. Actually, it's critically acclaimed exploits into the annal of existence. It really turns the vampires trope on its head. Really? Nah, that's just one of the Nah, there's just lots of blood and vampires' titties. Well, let's roll the dice. I purchase the tickets and print them out. Then sit down at the table with Amanda to try to draft a nice letter. I start writing. Damien. Let's see. We're doing this as a kind of an old one, so I do hope this letter finds you in good health. Good one. What's next? I must confess my amateur control of the written word. Geez, Dad, have some faith in yourself. Okay, we're talking along. Let me know how you're feeling. You find me in good spirits, so I felt very much the same after our last encounter. Ask him to hang out already. True art takes time, Amanda. Well, a stranger turn events. Yeah. Bring it home, Pops. Smooth. Calling it the cinema is a classy move. Enclosed, you will find 2 tickets to the Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies, which I'm sure you'll find both titillating and enjoyable. Namaste. And then I sign my full name. Fancier than that way. Zero Frost. Oh, is this okay? I'm in rage over my sloppy handwriting. Damien, I do hope that my letter finds you in good health. I must confess my amateur control of the written word, as well as my even amateur penmanship. Your letter found me in good spirits, for I felt very much the same after our last encounter. Well, a strange turn of events, I found myself immured of the situation at hand. It would bring me a great pleasure to escort you to the cinema. Enclosed, you'll find 2 tickets to Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies, which I'm sure you'll find both titillating and enjoyable. Namaste, Zero Frost. You spelled his name wrong. What? Nah, just trying to keep me on your toes. And all I have to do is seal it and put it in his mailbox. Can I facilitate? That's not authentic enough. I have an idea. I'll be right back. Amanda leaves the room and returns with a candle, a lighter, and a small piece of wood. You gotta have a wax seal. She lights the candle, which starts to burn down and form a pool of melted wax. What's that other thing? Amanda puts some wax onto the folded letter and expertly presses the small piece of wood into it. She lets it dry for a second, then pulls the wood away, revealing Here it is, your sigil. A little kitten with a bow on its head? Awesome. Scrapbooking stuff always comes in clutch. Well, I guess all there is to do is deliver it to his doorstep now, huh? Oh, I thought you were getting a carrier pigeon to do it. I already called my guy. I have a pigeon guy. Marcus has the good pigeons. Don't get your pigeons from Anthony. They're no good. I don't want to know if any of this is true. I actually do. I really want to know if she actually had a guy for if she's got a guy for pigeons. Because knowing Amanda, there's a possibility. It's kind of scary. I head outside and walk over to Damien's house. I slip the letter into his slot in his door and go back home. Mission accomplished. Now I play the waiting game. The night finally rolls around when I'm supposed to meet Damien. The next day, he had left a really beautifully crafted letter thanking me for mine and agreeing to the evening. Amanda helps me pick out a nice outfit, and I show up to the theater a little bit early. It's a chilly night, and the theater is kind of crowded, but it's still nice. How do you do? I jump at the sound of his voice and turn around to see Damien right behind me. You almost gave me a heart attack. How long were you there for? I don't know, I just walked up. My apologies for frightening you. Was that thunder? Is it gonna rain soon? I didn't hear anything. What?
Oh my!
What? Regardless, the hour grows close. Shall we take our seats in the cinema? I must thank you again for purchasing our tickets. Please, allow me to repay the deed in Sour Patch Kids or perhaps Milk Duds. Let's do it. We get in line to buy snacks, and as we're waiting, I hear a familiar voice behind us. My dad's here. I turn around to see Lucian standing a few feet behind us with the gaggle of other goth kids.
Oh.
Lucian, how nice to see you. I didn't know you were coming to the theater. I'm glad to see you're spending some quality time with your friends. Whatever, Dad. And what movie will you be attending tonight? My friends are making me see some kid movie about talking animals. I don't really care about it. Well, I do hope you enjoy your evening. We'll be watching Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies.
Oh my.
You? Watching that? Yeah, I thought Damien would enjoy it. Good luck with that, Dad. Lucian joins his friends and I look over to Damien. Good luck with what? It's nothing. My son loves to tease. We wait in line for a little longer and Damien buys snacks. He seems a little nervous. I wonder what's wrong. I think like Damien's... Oh yeah, I remember Damien actually is terrified of this one. This is gonna be funny. Damien and I take our seats and settle for profuse glancing at him. I can see that he's sweating profusely and gripping his armrest. Yeah, I'm asking if he's okay. Everything's perfectly fine. I'm so excited for this film. I am a devoted patron of the arts, especially the scary arts. The scarier the arts, the better. Do you have a favorite horror movie?
Oh no.
Of course I have a favorite horror movie. Mine is Halloween Town. Terrifying. Oh, interesting. That's odd. I don't seem to remember Halloween Town being that scary. I would have expected him to bring up some sort of strange foreign horror film that I'd never heard of. Damien knuckles are turning white, and it looks like he's about to rip the armrest off. Wait a second. Damien, are you afraid of horror movies? You must be joking. I love horror movies. The lights dim for the film. Damien screams. Oh, Damien. I apologize. I was thinking about something far scarier than this movie, which is not scary at all. We settle in as the film starts. I offer Damien some licorice, and he takes one. I take notes of how much his hands are shaking. The title flashes across the screen in bloody letters, Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies. A pale white man with long silver hair, glittering red eyes, and well-oiled abs sits up in a coffin. Awaken my coven. Two more vampires slide out of the top of their stone coffins onto the floor. Brother, it is time. Yes, husband, but also mortal enemy, it is time. The three look at each other and then to the camera. for the Vampire Crusade. This rules. The trio of vampires flies off into the night as foreboding organ music plays in the distance. I somehow get lost in the movie. But as dumb as it sounds, it's actually a pretty fun flick.
Ah!
We get to this moment of the movie where Romulus Trueblood sits at a truce meeting with the generals of the human army whose wife, Romulus, has fallen in love with. Romulus, it is good to finally meet you. General, I agree, it is good to finally meet.
Oh my!
Blood you. Romulus slips up and slashes the general's throat. Blood splatters over everything, including the camera.
Ah!
Damien screams again, reflexingly grasping my arm. I immediately blush. Forgetting about the vampires or blood or vampiric
What?
blood. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Damien reacts his hand and then places it in his lap.
Huh.
I was writing a novel in my head about blood magic and got an extremely scary sensation. Damien goes back to quietly stressing out over the movie. It's kind of cute that he won't admit that he's afraid of it. I wish he would hold my hand again. Maybe I could do something to try and make him feel more comfortable. I've got it. I'll do what all dads do best. Talk during the movie. Tell a dad joke. Where does a dog go when he loses its tail?
Ah!
Where? To the retail store. I know that last bit a little bit too loud for the crowd at the movie theaters, but I can see a smile on Damien's face. Good one, sir. The rest of the movie goes by relatively smoothly, with only a few more whimpers from Damien. Maybe he would have liked the romantic comedy better. We get to the final scene of the movie where Romulus, Bad Blood, and the General's wife embrace with each other in his crypt. It appears the true Vampire Crusade was the Vampire Crusade in our hearts. Our cold, unbeating hearts. Romulus and the General's wife begin making out hard. The film fades to black and the end appears on the screen, but then it hard cuts to Demetrius and his rival lover, Carmelo, who watch the two from afar. Oh no, twist ending. Our bloodline has been pure for thousands of years. Romulus has betrayed us by loving a human woman. It will only be short time before the next Vampire Crusade 3, evil must die again. More thunder, more ominous organs. The movie fades out again, and a bloody question mark now accompanies the end. Damien and I walk out of the theater amidst throngs of chattering moviegoers. He's a little more paler than I remember, but otherwise he's survived the encounter. He even seems kind of invigorated. What an interesting film. While the premise admittedly struck me as pedestrian, I was intrigued by its harrowing love story and great attention to detail in regards to the vampiric lore. Yeah, it was a pretty good movie. A lot more vampire titties than I thought there would be. Come, the night is young. Let's take a stroll. Damien is making a point of not telling me where he's taking me. Still, I'm enjoying the walk and the cool night air. Being alone here with Damien is a lot better than being in a crowded theater. Lovely night, isn't it? As lovely as the company, yes. He thinks I'm lovely. Damn, okay, here comes a smooth response. Thanks. No problem. Crushed it. We both stand there feeling a little awkward, and I'm sure I'm one smooth operator. Are you getting a little hungry? We could maybe stop off and grab something to eat. Worry not, friend. I have a plan. We turn to the corner and are greeted by the gates of a cemetery. What? Are we going in there? A little bit of a Victorian flavor zero. Trust me. I'm a bit nervous, but Damien hasn't led me wrong yet. I follow his lead as we walk into the cemetery. Statues of angels stare down at us as we follow a path through the faded tombstones. As we crest a small hill, we get a beautiful view of the city. The night lights sparkle around us. I gotta hand it to him. For being in a cemetery, this is strangely romantic. Picnicking in graveyards is an old Victorian tradition. An appropriate finish to an evening for a vampire movie, would you say? With a flourish, Damien produces a blanket and a picnic basket. Wait, where were you hiding that? Under my cloak. Oh, right. Damien unfolds the blanket and we both sit down. Gazing out at the city lights, he produced a bottle of red wine and a fine selection of cheeses. In the Victorian era, there was no public art galleries, parks, or botanical gardens to speak of. Once rural graveyards became more popular, attractive to church burials, they became the only place that people could see beautiful plant life and sculptures. And by sculptures. That makes sense. This is pretty nice. I have a question though. How are you so okay with being in a graveyard, but you had trouble handling a scary movie?
What?
I wasn't. Besides deeply. Okay, yes, I was extremely scared by that movie. I was not writing a book about blood magic in my head. I just have never been good at those. I just feel as if because of how I look and that people expect me to love horror movies, so I must play the part. Truth be told, I don't know if I have the constitution for them at times. Damien, I'm so sorry. If I'd known, I would have suggested another movie. It's quite alright. I actually did find myself enjoying this one, thanks to your help. Graveyards, however, I think there's something rather beautiful about death. Cemeteries are traditionally built away from cities, away from the realm of the living, and it keeps us rather separated from them. To acknowledge death and become comfortable with it, I think gives us a certain intimate knowledge of ourselves. To sit amongst generations of those who came before us, to be truly alive in the midst of such death, brings great comfort. That helps me appreciate life, to savor every second. We sit and enjoy our food and wine. I don't feel scared anymore. Never thought I'd be comfortable sitting alone in a graveyard at night, but I actually feel very peaceful. Suddenly, it doesn't seem like we're alone. Off in the distance, I see a shadowy figure in the trees. What is that? I'm not sure. It notices. I'm paralyzed with fear as it begins slowly lumping slowly towards us. It takes a more animal form, more feral. I look at Damien for help, but he's just afraid and transfixed as I am. I want to scream, but it's stuck in my throat. The creature's getting closer, moving faster. Ow. It's a dog. And it finally comes into the light. The friendliest, dumbest looking Boston Terrier I've ever seen pulls its owner toward us. The dog trots over to Damien and sniffs at his hand. Damien looks ecstatic. He ruffles the dog's fur happily. What a beautiful dog. Hey, we both look up, not expecting to see... Thanks. Robert, what are you doing out here in this lovely evening? Hunting cryptids. What? What? I didn't know you had a dog. This isn't my dog. I found her wandering the streets. I put a leash on her, and now we're walking around the graveyard together. Hunting cryptids. Damien and I share a look. May I give her a treat? Sure. I want to give her a cheese, though. Not to worry. Damien reaches into the depths of his cloak and produces a small dog treat. What else is he keeping in there? The dog laps at the treat and crunches away, tail wagging furiously. Damien continues to smooth her down her fur. Thanks. My absolute pleasure. Damien shakes the dog's paw. Lovely to meet you, my friend. May our paths cross again. Robert and his dog disappear into the darkness again. Damien stares after them. I didn't know you liked dogs. Victorians love dogs. Actually, most Victorian women of high fashion would always be accompanied by a small dog, such as a terrier or a Maltese. I think big dogs are nice too. Yeah, man, dogs are cool. I do believe we had enough excitement for one night. What say we make our way home? Damien hops to his feet and extends a hand to help me up. I gladly take it as my knees aren't what they used to be. He picks up the picnic basket and leads us out of the graveyard. As we begin the walk home, I take one last look at the cemetery. It really is beautiful. Like a proper gentleman, Damien walks me to my doorstep. Thank you ever so kindly for accompanying me tonight. Damien, it was my pleasure. Zero, if you allow me, it would bring me great joy to offer you a token of my affection. Damien reaches into his cloak and pulls out a folded, monogrammed handkerchief. He presses it into my hand. Wow, thank you, Damien. I will use this to dry my tears for those I've lost. A noble purpose. Damien shuffles his feet. I just want to say that this is rare to find someone like you, someone who's open to my eccentricities. It's nice to feel so accompanied. Thank you. Damien gives my hand a quick squeeze. Damien blushes and hastily retracts his hands. I must take my leave. Good night. Before I can say anything else, he's gone. Huh. I unlock the door and step inside.
Hey.
Like a whirlwind, Amanda runs from the window and plops down on the couch, trying to look nonchalant. Yeah, what's up? Were you watching me from the window? No, I was just... Okay, yes. How's the movie? Lots of vampire titties. Told you. But as it turns out, Damien is scared... Wait, Amanda doesn't need to know that. I'll keep it between me and Damien. Scary cool. Yep, he's so cool it's scary. Nice save, Zero. Did you know that graveyards used to be a place to throw parties? I think I'm remembering that. Wow, that's pretty punk. Also, we saw a dog. Definitely thought it was a werewolf for a minute there.
Yeah.
How can you be so sure it wasn't a werewolf? How can you be so sure I'm not a werewolf? And how can I be so sure you aren't a werewolf? Amanda's eyes narrow. I don't trust you, nor I you. We make intense eye contact for a second. Anyway, I'm going in for the night. Don't stay up too late, will ya? I'll try not to hell at the moon at past midnight.
My dear friend, you've simply taken the egg on this one. Taken the egg is it's a Victorian phrase. It technically means winning, so, ultimately, you've won.
Okay. That was random. Well, it's been a long day. I'm about ready to pack it in after a few bites of ice cream from the freezer. I turn off the lights and walk. Okay, so this is where Amanda's kind of... Yeah, so... I'm kind of going through these, like, really quick, just because we've kind of done through these and, like, Amanda's kind of crying. So I'm kind of like going through these bits a little bit quickly because we kind of know what's gone on. About 10 minutes before she's supposed to leave, Amanda comes out of her room and makes a beeline for the freezer. Morning, Amanda. Morning. She drops a frozen muffin into the toaster and slams the freezer door. She won't look. So my thing going. No, okay. Do you need a ride to school? No. It's coffee. Amanda pulls the toaster lever and takes her still freezer burnt waffle out before it's finished cooking. Picks up her bag. Okay. This is a long time. It's usually short-lived, but it always hurts. Hopefully this blows over and everything goes back to normal soon. I sit back at the kitchen table and look at the picture of Amanda and I hanging on the wall. I'm minutes teaching her. So he kind of remembers Amanda always kind of being a little bit headstrong with it. So, what? Can you come here for a second? There's something I almost found. Yeah. I want to say sorry about last night. I'm still worried about you, kiddo. I get scared when I know something's wrong, and I get even more scared when I feel like I can't do anything about it. So just, whatever it is, and you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but whatever it is, just know you have a dad in your corner who wants to keep you happy. Honey, you know I'm bad with words, so I was hoping I could speak a language we both understand. Hopefully the frosting was 7 now. Ta-da! Dad. It took me a really long time because I ran out of red frosting somewhere around sad and had to start over, and this is beautiful. It's strawberry. Amanda gives me a big gold hug. I got some plates and forks, and we serve up some delicious cake. So it's really stupid. What is the whole thing? I know I've been really weird lately, and there's
Hmm. All right. Ah.
Okay, so technically, I'm going to paraphrase this because it does take a bit.
Oh.
Her friends, the two Emmas and a guy that she liked, she told one of her friends about that, how they liked him, and when she found out that he is actually dating both of them, or dating the one friend she told, and when she actually went to the mall asking if they wanted to go to the mall and have nachos, they all said at the exact same time that they couldn't in a text message. And when she went, she found them, and she gets kind of mad at him because they kind of lied to her about it.
Oh.
And it just, so it's kind of like a bunch of relationship that's high school drama kind of stuff.
Yeah. Huh.
So I'm kind of jumping through this.
Hmm. Ah. Ah. I love you too, Dad.
And he kind of tells her, real friends are the ones
Welcome.
that are actually
You
going to
got
be there for
dads.
you. They're not gonna sit there and just, badmouth you, ignore you. They're gonna be the ones that are gonna be there with you. Hey dude, I got the runs. I got just the thing. I'll head to the store and grab you a real quick chunky milkshake, cherry licorice, and a book of word jumbles that I find helpful in situations in serious times such as these. What? Wouldn't that make it worse? Oh, it's not the diarrhea from the milkshakes. Oh, it's not from the diarrhea. For the diarrhea. Milkshake's just comforting. Wait, why are we talking about this? But I've got the runs. I meant that I feel like running. Wanna come with me to the gym? Why do I feel less excited about this than getting you home remedies for diarrhea? Come on, man, it'll be fun. You know that? Well, you know what? Sure. When are we doing this? There's 30 more minutes left in this Meat Hell marathon. I'm outside right now. I'm warming up. Okay. But at least let me see if Betty gets away from the wolves in time to get her super juicy wrapped cheesecake out of the oven. Okay.
Hey.
Why does this look like the one for the Wii? If you've never done the one for the Wii, there's actually a game on the Wii that is where you just kind of like have to jog for a little while. And this looks just like it. The gym just installed these new virtual jogging treadmills. I feel like we're running outside. You can see other runners on the screen too. Let's try and get it out. Let's try it out together. Other runners? Will I be able to keep up?
Dude.
Don't worry, we're in here. We're in here to cheer each other on. I'll be right here with
Nice.
you. Just get a rhythm going and keep your heart rate up. But don't overexert yourself. You'll do great.
Run that, Dad. Dude.
Okay, so apparently do not just push up on the stick, just kind of click the X button like rapidly.
Bro.
Yeah, this is literally, I think they just took a page from the Wii, from the one for the Wii.
Bro!
My thumb is getting sore doing this.
Bro!
Ah, this is actually kind of, like, kind of hurts after a bit.
Bro!
I did not get an S+. Wow, I got an S++.
That was a gold medal performance for sure.
Way to go. Why did Craig sound a bit like
Welcome.
Nate
You've
wants to
got
battle?
dads.
That was weird. It sounded like Nate a bit. Okay, so we're now on the final date, finally. Yep. Oh wait, no, I actually have to do the save and continue. And I'm trying to get this done like a little bit faster because I know the last video was like, I think 2 hours long. So I'm trying to pick the ones that are going to be a little bit better. Ever since we had that picnic in the graveyard, Damien and I have been spending a lot of time together. We go on nighttime strolls pretty much regularly. He was so impressed with the first letter I wrote him that he insisted we only communicate by post instead of through dad book. And I initially protested, but he gave me one of his old singlet rings to use as a seal for my letters, and I just couldn't say no. Hang out with that goth dad again? Please, Amanda, you know his name. And yes, be honest with me here, Pops. Is he actually a vampire? I remember you inviting him into our household, but that one time, and I'd seen the Lost Boys, and I honestly would have preferred trying to see him. I would have preferred to see if he could have walked through the threshold of our house, or home under his own power. Yes, Amanda, I had become Damien's. Yes, Amanda, I have become Damien's familiar. I am compelled under his curse. I'm sorry, sweetie.
Aww.
Turn into a bat. I don't think.
Aww.
What's the point of being a vampire if you can't turn into a bat? Well, okay, I'm off. Are you taking the car? Or are you flying off into the night on the leathery wings of a bat? One of those while I'm out. One of those while I'm out. Can you throw away the garlic bread that's in the freezer so I don't die? That would be great. I'm keeping that in there as insurance. You understand, right? That's my girl. Damien and I walk along the water's edge, chatting Damien's cloak. He hates it when people call it a cape. Damien's cloak fluttered behind him in the breeze. This is gonna seem like a silly question, but why do goths wear black? Gothic subculture has always been associated with death, so it would make sense that the style surrounding it would be greatly influenced by mourning.
Huh.
Interestingly enough, though, was that in the Victorian era, Queen Victoria herself mourned the death of her late husband of 10 whole years, wearing black for the rest of her life. If that's not goth, I don't know what is. I have another question. Go ahead. How are you so comfortable with death? You mentioned in the graveyard that it helps you appreciate your life or something. I've been experimenting with several losses over the course of my life. And I truly believe that the only manageable way to cope with it is to accept that death is simply a part of living. It is a single universal truth of every human who has ever lived. I'm gonna die, you're gonna die, and life carries on without us. Does that make you feel scared? Not at all. Without the advance of modern science, death was everywhere in the Victorian era, and yet funerals were major social functions. Victorians were obsessed with mementos of their loved ones, even going so far as to take elaborate stage photos of their dead relatives. The minute of mourning was so complex that there was set periods of grieving that were deemed acceptable bases on those in your life has passed. Now, we don't have any of that. If you lose someone, you end up feeling lost. Because we have no modern equivalent of those formalities. We need to allow ourselves to grieve, to feel that loss fully, but not allow it to consume us. So, no, I'm not afraid of death. I believe it is a waste of time to spend your life dredging the end of it. The time we have here is brief and fleeting and occasionally cruel, but it is at all times precious. To stare death in the face and live despite that, I think is a noble existence. Let's save that mourning for the dead. Wow, that's beautiful. I can see the moonlight in the bay glinting off of Damien's eyes. He smiles. We turn to the harbor and watch the ships pass beneath the salty sea air. I look at Damien again, can't help but be enticed by his charm, his mystery. I find everything about him so fascinating. I lean in closer to Damien, closing my eyes as I do so. I'm so sorry, I have to take this. Damien steps away from me to answer his phone. Oh no, I hope it isn't Lucian again. After speaking in hushed tones for a few moments, Damien returns to me. Everything okay?
Oh, what? My!
There's an emergency. Lucian. No, thankfully, but I must take my leave. Oh, okay. Is there anything I can do to help? Dads do have to sit together, right? You know it. Then come, there's no time to waste. After a short drive in silence, we arrive at a rundown building on the outskirts of town. Where are we? It's better if I just showed you. I push the surprisingly heavy door open and find myself in a dimly lit waiting room. A few rickety chairs line the walls, and there doesn't seem to be anyone behind the front desk. There are a few paintings and pictures on the wall, but there's no nondescript. They're so nondescript, I'm still unsure what kind of place this is. Wait for a moment, I'll be right back. Damien walks off down a corridor, his boot heels echoing through the hall of seemingly empty building. Distant howls echo from someplace I can't see, and there's a faint scratching sound like claws on tile. I cautiously peek down the hall and find stall after stall of scared-looking dogs. A few of them notice me and skitter up to the chain-link fence, sticking their noses through the air to sniff the air. What have I got myself into? Suddenly the light shut off. I panic, unsure where I am now. I can get out. Or how I can get out. I stumble through the darkness, my breathing getting heavier and heavier. Damien? The lights finally turn back on. Hey, sailor. Mary, what are you doing here? You aren't here for the fight club? I don't want to get punched in the face. Great, because this is an animal shelter. A what? We take care of stray animals and the people adopt stray animals. Can you see the pets when you walked in? Oh, sorry, I didn't really expect to see you volunteering at an animal shelter. Wow. Okay, kid. Way to put me in a box. James, you hear this, Bellany? Just one moment. Thunder cracks and a door bursts open. Appearing from the shadows, I see Damien? Whoa. Okay. I'm actually taken aback for this outfit. Hey. It's Damien. He looks completely different. No cloak, no Victorian era clothing, no makeup. I wasn't planning to share this side of me until much later, but I'm not as much Scott as you think. I'm assistant administrator for the IT department of a reality company. I wear tennis shoes to work, and I listen to Bruce Springsteen. I enjoyed going to the hardware store and looking at the storage solution. And I volunteer at this animal shelter in my spare time. I'm boring. I'm fascinated with the Victorian history and the Goth lifestyle. That much is true. It's just not all that I am. And I need you to know that. Oh, I hate to kill the moment here, but there's some pressing business that needs attending to.
What?
Oh, right. It's Duchess Quarterly again. Who's Duchess Quarterly? She's one of the pups. It's all the time. She somehow learned to open doors with her now, and she's unstoppable. When did she get out? This morning. I went to go sing she shanties to the cats, and when I came back, she already bolted. I have to stay here with the pets. I need you to go and find her. Of course. Where could she be? She's always ending up running off. She always ends up running off to the same places. Here, let me draw you a map. Mary starts scribbling on the back of a pet adoption form. She's very smart, ruthless even. You need to stay on your toes and get her back by sundown, or else she turns into where everyone starts eating people. What? You're a perfect little peach, Sierra. We just want her to be stuck outside when it gets cold. Oh. I'll grab some treats and we can hit the road. Damien, look over the map Mary created for us. Oh man, I'm a nerd. Oh man. I'm Nerd's house. So let's see, we've got Nerd's house, Damien's, Smalls, Mary's sick pad, Nerd's house, Coffee Dad, Kale, Mario Batali. Oh man, I'm Nerd's house. At least you're not the other Nerd's house. Looks like you're moving up in the pecking order. Congrats, Credo. Where should we head first? Let's go to the cul-de-sac. Damien exit the parking lot and start driving towards town. I look over to him and he seems concerned. Shouldn't we try hard to find the Duchess, right? She's a pretty big pup. Mary wasn't kidding when she said that dog was smart. One time she correctly guessed the winner of the Kentucky Derby. It was a really great year for bark. I don't know. What do you think our odds are, Zero? Ben, I'll help you who enter here. But lo, look upon God's creation, rich this with horror at what he hath forsaken. Hell is empty, and the devils are all here. Nice. I thought that would cheer you up. Let's just hope for the best. We got this. We drive through the cul-de-sac, and everything seems to be pretty normal. It looks like Brian's doing some yard work. We pull into Brian's driveway and hop out. Hey, don't step on the grass, I just mowed. Have you seen any unusual activity in the area today? Aside from your unwatered lawn? Oh, here we go. How dare you? I've taken my lawn care very seriously. Zero, please.
Huh.
You haven't seen a dog run through here, have you?
Okay.
Well, a little while ago, I heard Maxwell barking at something. When I came outside, my garden had been torn to shreds. It's gonna take forever to retail the soil. That could be a dog, or rather a feisty raccoon. Whatever it was, it must have been really hungry. I ate all my tomatoes. I'm very sorry to hear about your garden. If you need assistance restoring it to its former glory, please do not hesitate to contact me. Will do, buddy. Good luck finding that dog. She's probably still hungry. I wonder if she's looking for more food elsewhere. Let's go to the coffee spoon. We walk in front of Matt's coffee shop and walk inside. It seems like a slow day. Matt sits behind the counter reading a book. Hey Matt. That's what you two do today. What's up? Have you seen any stray dogs around? Actually, yeah, I caught one digging through the trash earlier. It ran away when I tried to get closer, though. Did you see what direction it ran? Matt thinks for a second. Might have been running east, I think. That pup tore through 3 pans of old banana bread candies. Want to take some on the road, just in case? Sure thing. Matt packages up a slice. Thanks for the slice. The road slice. This banana bread is gonna be so good. I think he meant to give it for the dog. Right. I meant it's gonna be so good for the dog to eat. I feel like we're on the right track. You think? If we keep this up, we'll find the Duchess in no time. Hey, if you like dogs so much, why don't you have any? Lucian is severely allergic. I want to put him through that. But there are still dogs in my life. So for that, I'm grateful. There's only one more dog in your life, buddy. Splendid attitude. Let's not waste any more time. Verily. I guess I'm gonna go down the list. We drive to the softball field. It looks like Craig's team is practicing. I wonder if any of the kids saw anything. Craig spots us and jogs over, softball bat slung over his shoulder. Hey bros, what's up? Craig, you wouldn't have happened to see a dog around here, have you? Woman's safe from the animal shelter and we're trying to locate her. I don't think so. Maybe one of the girls saw something. Girls? Hi, Amanda's dad. Hi, Lucian's dad. We have names. Girls, have you seen any dogs around? There was a big dog here earlier. She ran off a while ago, though. I don't think she had an owner, but it really wanted to play. We tried to play fetch with her, but she just took the softball and ran. I think she ate it accidentally. She was a lot of dog. Here, take the softball. Take them the softball. Might come in handy later.
Oh.
Many thanks, Craig. So we have 2 more areas: the bayside and the aquarium. We arrived back at the bayside, just like old times, eh? I remember as if it were yesterday. I mean, earlier today. So, what do you think? Any sign of the pooch? None yet. Although, who knows if she made it into any of the ships. The Duchess would do that. I want to put it past her to know how to navigate in rough seas and without a compass. Very smart. Pops, Amanda and I turned to see my daughter. Amanda, what are you doing here? Did you think I just stayed inside all day, vegging out on the couch and watching TV? Oh, sorry, what are you doing? I'm heading out to go veg out on the couch and watch TV. I had to get a burrito first. Damn, have you seen a dog around here? Oh, you bet. I saw a Pomeranian with a bow around its neck. I saw a big old Doberman named Henry. There was a stroller full of Yorkies, a Greyhound, a Golden Retriever. Did you see a Mastiff here anywhere? No, Dust. I would definitely remember have that. I gotta run though. This burrito has 10 minutes before the cheese breaks down. The molecular construct of the tortilla makes it all soggy. You understand? I do. Of course. Have a lovely day, Miss Frost. Matt said the Duchess went east from the coffee spoon, but there's no sign of her now. I suppose we need to go not so east. I fear the hours are growing short. We must make haste if we are to find the Duchess by sundown. Damien looks more stressed out by the minute. I gotta think of something that's lighten the mood. How many goth kids does it take to screw in a light bulb? Let's do that one. I don't know how many. 1. Goths are very capable, especially when looking for a dog. Damien smiles to himself. I keep reading Damien's directions for the map as we drive around town. So I guess we have the aquarium to go to. Let's go there. Damien and I stopped by the aquarium. Everything looks in order here, but it might help to get out of the car and take a look. You see anything? No dog here. Not even a sight of her. Did you know penguins are considered the goths of the sea? Damien, I want to believe you so badly. Let's go to the cul. Let's try the cul-de-sac again. Might get lucky. We arrived at the cul-de-sac to find everything looking normal, except... Uh-oh. Hugo's front door is wide open. She can open doors. This is classic Duchess Cordelia. A telltale sign we should approach with caution. Whatever goes down in there, I got your back. We creep up onto the porch and step inside. There, sitting in the center of Hugo's living room, like she owns the damn place, is one of the biggest dogs I've ever seen. Oof! Oh, Duchess is so pretty. Well, she hasn't broken anything in here yet. Wonderful. Now all I have to do is get this leash on her before she tries to escape again, and get her before Hugo comes home. Easy peasy. Duchess, come here. The Duchess eyes Damien worryingly as he approaches. She begins to growl. She's on her guard. We'll need another plan. Let's check some banana bread. I reach into my pocket and pull out the slice of banana bread candies Matt gave me. Duchess sniffs the air and hones in on the bread. Come here, girl. Nice and easy. I've got some yummy homemade vegan and possibly gluten-free banana bread if that's what you're into. Duchess cautiously approaches me and gives the bread a good sniff before gently taking it from my hand and dropping it to the ground like dogs always do for some reason. She curls up and starts munching on the bread. Success! Damien walks up behind the Duchess and attaches the leash onto her collar. She immediately notices and starts whining. It's time to go home now, Duchess. Damien gets a tug on the leash. She won't move. Duchess, what happened to our repertoire? You and I used to be bosom buddies. She still doesn't move. She's huge. There's no way we could even lift her. Well, this is a weird situation to be in. I think we're literally trespassing on our friend's house with this large dog. What are you nerds doing? Ernest is standing at the door with the plate of pizza rolls. Pepperoni blast? Nice. The Duchess notices Ernest and starts pulling against the leash. Why is this dog in my house? It's a long... Duchess suddenly breaks free from Damien's grip and hurtles towards Ernest. Ah! Ernest and Duchess fall into the ground. Pizza rolls fly everywhere. This is bad. Ernest, are you okay? Ernest feeds the Duchess a pizza roll. Hey, she likes pizza rolls. Ernest sits up, but the dog keeps licking his face. Oh, hey. Hugo stands at the door looking like he's at a loss for words.
Sweet Manchego!
Why are you guys... Whose dog is this? It's a long story, but it involves a large dog who knows how to open doors. Boof. Hugo, may I present to you Duchess Cordelia? How do you do? We're friends. The Duchess looks at Ernest's face. She's from the local animal shelter. She got out, and we've been chasing her all around town. Your house was her final stop. Dad, can we keep her? Ernest, I don't know if we're set up to take care of a...
Whoa!
Wait, did you just call me Dad? Come on, please. Look how cute she is. Hugo sighs. We have been thinking about adopting a dog for a while, but you have to promise me you'll take care of her. Yeah, I'll give her all the pizza rolls her Little Heart Desires. I suddenly remember what's on the back of my map, and I pull a pen out of my pocket. Got the forms right. Got the forms ready for you if you're interested. I'll even leave the adoption fee since, you know, we technically broke into your household. Well, alright, it's a deal. He goes up onto the porch and with us and signs the form while Ernest plays with the Duchess inside. He sure seems to be happy with his new friend.
Oh!
I know, he called me Dad. Can you believe it? Damien places a hand on Hugo's shoulder. I certainly can. I think this will be really good for Ernest. It should teach him some responsibility. You should probably look into getting better locks on your doors, though. The Duchess is a wily one, but do right by her and she'll love you two forever. Thank you. And long story short, the Duchess now lives in a happy home, and neither of us were charged for breaking and entering. So, all in all, I think it was a fine day's work. Nice work, you two. Zero, you could be a valuable asset to our team of volunteers. You know, if you ever feel like petting some puppies, hit me up. Mary, I always feel like petting puppies. Good to know. Well, I'll catch you fellas later. Mary starts to leave. And one last thing. Damien's been telling me about you. Glad he finally brought you around. Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Damien's my special boy. I love him. We go way back, and I got a vested interest in his health, success, and well-being. If you ever hurt him, Mary, you can fill in the blanks. I gulp. Yes, ma'am. Mary leaves me alone with Damien. So, about the whole goth thing, I completely understand if you aren't interested in me anymore. What? Am I missing something here? I'm not a cool goth prince. I'm boring. I own 5 pairs of tennis shoes. I wear dumb glasses. Don't you care? He looks so nervous. Damien, do you really think I only like you because of all the goth stuff? That's all cool, but the best thing about you is how passionate you are about the things you love. History, art, Victorian fashion, dogs, storage solutions, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, you care, and whatever it is, you care, and that's awesome. And most of the glasses are very cute. You don't think I'm boring at all? If you're boring, then I don't know what that makes me. I spend too much time online shopping for flashlights. I get excited to mow my lawn on Saturdays. Get cranky about commercials being too loud. I've even been thinking about making my own peanut butter. Then maybe we can be boring together. It would never be boring if it was with you. He closes the gap between us and pulls me into a hug. He buries his face into my shoulder. His hair smells like lavender and rosemary. I was so scared you wouldn't like me. Quite the opposite. Damien pulls away for a second and looks me in the eyes without colored contacts. His eyes are so dark and soulful. May I kiss you? Thou art, verily, you may take upon yourself the... You know what, just kiss me. He smiles slightly and he leans in, giving me a gentle kiss. Damien pulls away and gives me an intense look. Do you want to help me take care of these puppies? Yes. All caps. Love it. Damien and I are right back at the cul-de-sac. Our fingers intertwined. Like a proper gentleman, he walks me to my doorstep. This was lovely. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for everything. I am very happy to be myself around you. I'm glad, but I have one request. What's that? Can we keep seeing each other? Can we keep sending each other letters? But of course. Then kissed me one last time before turning around and heading home. Amanda runs back to the couch and from the window and tries to look as nonchalant as possible. Hello, Father. I was sitting here on the couch this entire time. Hi, Amanda. So, are you guys, like, starting a vampire coven together? Oh, plot twist. Mothman, Damien's actually a Mothman. I didn't see it coming either. Genius. Well, whatever happens, I'm really glad you two are happy. You deserve it, Dad. Aw, shucks. I'm gonna head to bed. Catch you in the morning. Sure thing. I make my way to the room and fall into my bed with my heart full, excited for the days to come.
Wow, my stars, this... Never in a million moons have I had a date such as exquisite as this one.
Okay then. We think I've had everything finally up, and then it should be... So now it's... So I try to send them off in different direction, but even now I'm no match for the power and funding of the U.S. government.
Aw.
Well, if they think they're gonna take me alive, they got another thing coming. I'm kidding. You're right. I have a little surprise for you. Yeah, I can tell. You're very bad at lying. Amanda, my dear, would you care to join me in the kitchen? Well, it would fill my heart with glee.
Yes.
So technically, this is the end of the game where you bring Amanda to the awesome, like, her graduation party. And apparently this time we actually get Damien in his work outfit instead of Hugo in his one outfit he had. So it's just like everyone like kind of saying, you know, what they're happy for. Walk over to Mary, who's having a lovely conversation with Amanda. We have a real lovely sour right now. His name is Harold. He loves belly rubs. He's always tries to lick your face if you get too close. Miss Christina, thank you so much for telling me in a great detail about every single dog. Currently at the animal shelter, please tell me about the Afghan with the 3 legs again. Sure, Quadro. Well, we call him. It's one of those ironic nicknames. You know, if you're really interested, I could probably steal one for you. Really? Nah, but I can get you in a meeting of. I could really get you to meet all of them. He always could use extra hands around the shelter, and then those extra hands also happen to steal a dog. I'm glad you two are able to bond over cute dogs. Really wants my help. That having a moment. Hey, Sailor, your kid's a good egg. Where's your goth prince? You two are usually attached to the hip these days. He's around. Stellar. Mary turns her attention to Amanda. It's not hard to sneak a dog into college. Trust me, I did it plenty of times back in the day. At one point, I had 3 cats living in my dorm. I decided to leave them to it. All of a sudden, a huge dog leaps up into my arms. Duchess, Hugo and Ernest run up to me. The Duchess gives my face a few broad looks and we're working on that. Got her in disciplinary classes. She's a wild spirit who runs free where she wants. Where she may. I'm not at all. Huh. Looks like the 3 of you are getting along nicely. She's a valuable addition to the clan. If I hold my homework up in front of her, she'll eat it. Cool. We'll deal with that later. Duchess Cornelia spots a squirrel and darts across the yard, Ernest following her laughing. He's actually been a lot more manageable lately. I think taking care of the dog is good for him. Thanks for breaking into my house, I guess. Anytime. 0. Brian, you made it. Not bad, but good, Mac. It's up to you. What do you think of the party? It's not bad. Just not bad.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not bad. Don't let him bait you. Don't let him bait you. Thank you for the lovely compliment. Izzy trots up. Hi, Amanda's dad. Hey, Brian's daughter. See how that feels? This is really a great party. Thanks so much for inviting us. You're very welcome. Tiny child who knows how to pay a compliment. But look, guys, this isn't over. Hey, bro. Bro, this is a real rager. Taking our old age into consideration. I'm trying to be in bed at a reasonable hour tonight. Don't let me get too wild. Don't worry, dude. I'll keep an eye on you. I'll keep on your the fruit punch intake. I know I'm really glad we're bros again. Let's hit the gym again sometime soon, huh? Sure thing, dude. Blair, and Hazel peek out from behind Craig. Hey, little ones. Hello. Hiya. Thank you for all that ice cream cake. Wait, girls, how much of that did you eat? Blair ate 4 pieces, asking me witness. No, I didn't. Hazel ate 4 pieces and wants to pin it on me because of how we look and because we look alike. I have your face. Nobody will ever believe you. Oh boy. I'll let you guys figure this out. Good seeing you, Greg. Let's hang out soon.
Nice.
Yeah. Totally. Total magic congrats for us. Looks like you're settled into the neighborhood quite nicely. Yep. Couldn't ask for a better cul-de-sac. Well, I'm glad. Hopefully we'll see you at more church events. We got a big scheduled plan for the rest of the year. Sure thing, Joseph. Maybe if you aren't doing anything later, we could hang out sometime. Sure, Joseph. That'd be great. Well, see you later. Hugo comes up to me with his plate of mac and cheese. Perfect cheddar to mac ratio. Beautiful work, Zero. Thanks, Hugo. You know, I'm really pleased to see Amanda going to her dream school. I'm glad she turned around for the finals. Me too. That scholarship money will really help. Amanda walks by and pretends not to see Hugo. Amanda, come say hi to your old teacher. Hey, congrats on graduating. I know you're gonna do great things at art school. Yeah, thanks. Amanda starts to back away. Wait, I just realized that you're not my teacher anymore, so I don't have to be afraid of talking to you. You no longer hold power over me. You're right. Go forth, adult. I can no longer give you detention. Yeah, I'm gonna break anything I want, and there's nothing you can do about it. Are you still mad about that time I gave you detention for breaking my globe? Nope.
Yes.
I'll have you know that the globe didn't even fit through the basketball hoop in the first place, so she'll fit into college eventually. She'll fit into college just fine. Okay? Okay? Robert gestures vaguely to the snack table. Good stuff. Yep. See you later.
Oh.
Hey, man. Matt, let me know when Amanda leaves for college. I'll have a fresh batch of banana bread candies ready for her. Thank you, I know she'll love that. Hey, Amanda's dad. I turned to spot Lucian walking up to me. Yes, Lucian? Thanks for inviting me to the party. Anytime, bud. I know we had a rocky start, but I'm glad to know you. Hope you know how much your dad cares about you. Yeah. My dad's had a rough couple of years, and I know that it must not have been easy to raise me alone. He's kind of a weird guy, but I love him. And it seems like you make him happy. So, you're cool in my book. Thank you, Lucian. That means a lot to me. Sure. And let me know if you want me to give you a stick and poke sometime. A stick and poke sometime. This is going by, Lucian. See you around, Zero. As bars start went down, I take a seat on the back porch. The sun is setting and everyone seems to have eaten a fill. Amanda wanders over and sits next to me. Killer party pops. What can I say? I was inspired. So I also want to have some for me. What I was doing. But growing up wasn't easy. But it could have been a lot harder if it wasn't for you. Dad, you've been there for me through the years. I was really scared of going to college and being so far away from you, but I realized that everything you've done for me has been to prepare me for this, and I'm ready. I wouldn't be who I am today without you. Don't cry, I swear to God, Zero. If you cry again, you're the best dad, and I love you. And I'm crying. Anyway, that was enough emotional vulnerability for one day. Rest of the time, Amanda hands me a tiny wrap package. I tear the wrapping off and find a framed picture of me and Amanda. It's us. Kind of shocking. All of our photo albums are just pictures of me, huh? I figured we needed at least one together before I leave. Amanda, thank you. Watching you grow up has been the happiest experience of my life. You're such a talented, intelligent young woman, and I'm so excited to see what the future holds for you. Welcome, dead kid. Always do. Amanda and I share a hug. This is only the beginning, Pops. Plenty more memories for us down the road. Memories make stuff to break, right? Oh, I'm gonna break stuff. So much stuff intentionally and unintentionally. You're probably gonna have to pay for most of it. It would be my honor. Amanda pops up. Looks like someone's waiting to talk to you. I glance over to the back of the yard where Damien is sitting under a bench beneath the cherry blossom tree. He's smiling at me. I'll leave you to it. Me and the Emmas are gonna go get ice cream. Love you, Pops. Amanda runs off to join her friends. Take a seat next to Damien as the last guest makes their way out of the house, way to the party. Did you know that in the Victorian era they would call benches seedy boys? What? Really?
Oh.
I'm kidding, Zero, but what if... It's good to see you in your civics again. Thank you. I had a revelation the other day, Zero, and I think it was largely due to your continued influence upon me. There was a version of myself that might have been embarrassing to show you my true form, my information technology form. But what you said about me, about my passion, was what you truly admired, and that emboldened me to feel like myself, regardless of how I choose to dress and act. Instead of separate attires, they are simply different facets of myself as three-dimensional human beings with my own thoughts, wants, and needs. I love dressing this way that I do, but feeling constricted by what I thought was my personal brand made me feel lost. Was my own personal brand made me lose sight of why I did this in the first place, to make myself happy. I place my hand on Damien's and feel a light squeeze. Looking up, I'm greeted by Damien's warm smile. I'm trying to be more comfortable with who I am, rather than dwelling on who I could be to other people. I can't stop smiling. I'm so proud of him. Damien, I'm so happy you've realized that you can be a dog-loving goth. Me too, Zero. Me too. I feel myself inching closer to Damien. I go to brush a lock of hair out of his face, and I'm shocked at how soft it is. How is your hair so soft? Dog shampoo. I keep running my hand through his hair as he leans closer to me. Placing a hand on my side of my face, he strokes my cheek with his thumb. You know, public display of affection were considered scandalous in the Victorian era. Damien pulls me in for a kiss, but I think I can make an exception for you. So that was, again, another 2-hour one. I'm trying to figure out how to, cut these down, but with the whole, side date thing, or the side parts that pop up on the side for them, it's just kind of, I guess it's going to be, really long no matter what I do. So our second picture is that one of Damien. So that means we officially have done 2 of them. That is 2 of the dads completed. Yep. So we've done Hugo and we've done Damien's now. I haven't decided who the next one's actually going to be. I kind of want to save Joseph, though, for towards the end. And I'm going to attempt, and I say this, I'm attempting, once I do all of the characters, all of the dates, I'm going to try to get the surprise ending for the game. Because I kind of think everyone would actually like to see the bad ending of the game. But till then, I hope you guys actually enjoyed. Please leave a like, subscribe, and comment. If you guys have a specific dad you want me to go after in this game, please let me know. I will take a look at these before tomorrow when I start the next video. And if I get a couple of them, I will go with the first person who posted, and then I'll go after that one. Till then, I'm saying God, aka Zero, saying stay frosty, and I will see you all in my next video. Good, and